Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Ramses, and today I have a very special guest. He is the president and CEO of AccuSentry, headquartered in Georgia, USA. He's a businessman, and I think he loves to play golf. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Tan. Dr. Tan.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I understand that you are mainly a businessman. Uh,
hmm
but I would love to ask you some questions on some of the similarities that you can find both in business and golf, if that's okay.
I see.
I see. Yeah.
Well, golf, I would say,
No.
I
Mm.
growing up, I play ping pong, and I got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Then I also got into basketball, and I wasn't that good when I was in high school. But when I came to the U.S., I started practicing a lot, and I played pickup games, and I got really good at it, and especially my shootings. And I tried, and then you know, I tried golf. So golf is my third sport that I try, and
All right.
I'm still trying to conquer it. And it's a very difficult and challenging. I would say of the three, I would say golf is the hardest
Yeah.
because it uses different parts of the body, because rotations of your hip and then your knee and then your arm, your everything. I mean, your uh, the twist of your arm also is very
Yeah.
important. And so I think in that sense, I'll say businesses share that trait. It's very, very difficult. Businesses sometimes, uh, 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 but the good thing is that like muscle memories, and also business also has a lot of muscle memories. Once it's in it, it can go on. So
Yeah.
that's a basic observation.
Mm-hmm. Right. See. Actually, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do?
At AccuSentry, we help manufacturing enterprises improve their efficiency. So we help the production personnel to achieve 100% inspection and activate what we call the production intelligence. So when you manufacture products at high speed, uh, then when something goes wrong, you can ended up generating a lot of waste products.
Yeah.
So what we do is helping manufacturers to use information technology, cameras in particular, and then inspect them on the fly.
Okay. Okay. How did you get into this business? Can you walk us through, I guess, your journey, if you don't mind?
Oh, just used to work for uh, Georgia Tech, the university, and there's a advanced technology development center that I then become a part of. So it just one thing leads into another, and doing consulting work. Uh, uh, when you do consulting, people pay you to for your expertise to do a particular things, and then from that derive commonality, turn it into a product.
Mm-hmm. See, I see. Um, so in terms of now, similarities of golf and business, uh, you also have your ups and downs, and so I thought that it would be great to hear from you, a great businessman, and apply some of your learnings for us at home here.
I would say that golf and similar to business, it require a lot of hard work, and the we just have to keep at it and don't give up. There are situations where I thought that I already had it in terms of my golf swing,
Mhm.
and one of my favorite one now is learning from Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan was a very legendary golfer in the 50s, 60s, and to this day, his swing was considered to be the um, I would say the golden standard for modern
Yeah,
swing and how do we do it. And so I look at his video and try to learn it, and looking at the one thing, try to do a different thing. So I'm still working on it.
yeah,
Similarly, in business, we need to learn it also from people who had done it before. Uh, the legendary Jack Welch, and he's pretty quite good at what uh, uh, he ran General Electric for many years successfully, and I was uh, listening to him in person. I mean, in a very close settings, and we're very inspired by him. And essentially, we just have to be continuously innovate, and we have to think outside the box in terms of what is it that we offered. The bottom line is we need to meet a need and find out what the pain point is for customer, for the people,
right.
and then meet that need.
Yeah,
And
so just finding the need of the customer and trying to
yeah,
achieve that and fulfill the. Mhm.
yeah, like like in golf, the hard things about golf is that you have one chance and to make that swing. You can, you know,
Yeah,
and that
right.
swing determine the trajectory of where you will be. If you did wrong, I mean, it can penalize you pretty heavily very quickly. And then I've seen great golfers, and they hit it into the wood, and uh, they seem to be able to recover from it
Yeah,
because they would. So the recovery is just as much as, okay, now I had a bad swing. Everybody had a bad swing, included including the great golfers. But the uh, the ability to regroup and recover is important.
yeah,
I think same thing as a business as well too. We will make mistakes, but there are situations sometimes we can. It's beyond our control. It could be the wind, it could be whatever in the golf, and and then you ended up in a bad situation, difficult situation. But then you have to really uh, focus and try to get out of that situation. Uh, the recent pandemic is a good example, and these are beyond control. Is worldwide, Indonesia as well, United States as well, and
yeah,
businesses shuttered. And there are restaurants that are not doing so well. I mean, they had to close their door, but there are restaurants who immediately pivot and say that, okay, we are in a bunker or we are in the wood. Okay, what do we do?
yeah,
What kind of shots, what strategy can we do to
Recover.
uh, the situation. So people are doing very well by saying that, okay, now there's a change of behavior. I mean, the situation had changed, so the change of behavior of people eating out, but they still need to eat. They still love the experience of having a cooked meal ready for them. And so people are able to pivot very quickly, and those are able to even get back to where they were before.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. So basically an ability
Mhm.
to be able to adapt and recover from like from your environment, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Is very important.
Yeah.
Um,
And for those of you who wants to play golf, I would I think in similar business too is uh, a little bit of training would be helpful. I mean,
yeah,
it's good to be around people who have done it before, and so you don't develop that bad habits into your swing. Once you get it in there, it's the same thing. I think business is the same way. You you do the same thing over and over again, and then you start developing the bad habits, and then that bad habits is pretty hard to do,
to get rid of.
uh,
Um,
rid of. I mean, for business, the culture, I mean, the habit, the culture of the company. People used to talk about building a culture.
yeah,
And to be successful, you have to have a good culture, and that culture require a lot of time and effort to nurture. So you have a good habit. I think same thing with golf as well too. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Um, you know, for example, in golf, right? You have days where you play incredible, and you have other days where you don't play good, nothing goes right, and you feel like you're the worst player in the world. Does this also happen in like business where you have sort of external factor maybe that happens and business can go down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. The situation. Uh, I guess there's a saying that don't feel uh, that you are invincible when you're great. You're playing great, and you don't feel like you're, oh wow, yeah. You feel you should still cherish it. You still celebrate it, but you still be mindful that there will be days where you didn't do so well. I mean, in golf, it seems to happen a lot. Uh, it is, I've seen people, who are playing at the pro level, and then there are some holes. They were series of holes actually. They were struggling, and they tried to shake it off, and they couldn't. And hit after hit, they're still struggling. And I'm talking about people who were, playing very well at the pro level. I think in situation in businesses, it's even more so, where you can run into a situation where you're unexpected. You have your best, yeah, someone that you counting on, and they has a situation happen in at home, or they may on the way to work, they may get into an accident that they have to be in the hospital for a week. Just like yeah, a friend of mine now, he's just recovering from surgery because the a truck, I mean a delivery truck
Mm.
uh, for gasoline, a tanker. Uh, they tried to make a left-hand turn, and then they couldn't turn fast enough, so ram into the car. So, and that just
Oh,
happened last week.
it's
So things
unfortunate.
do happen live, and we have to be able to anticipate. And so, not only that, we need to be doing forward thinking and but we also need to be able to plan that there are good days and there are bad days, and then we call in the US we call it the rainy days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to plan for the rainy days in a sense that you'll be able to survive. And then the
Yeah.
recent pandemic is the worst. It's not just rainy days. It turned into a rainy quarter, and a rainy quarter turns into a rainy season. That rainy season turns into a rainy
Here.
year.
Yeah.
The in particular, the hospitality business is try to get out of it, and even in the U.S. For the and it's tough. And so running business is the same way. We have to be able to anticipate
Yeah.
different circumstances.
Hmm. So, what would you say are the values that a businessman uh, needs to instill to succeed and thrive?
One thing that is uh, very clear to me, I mean, if you draw the analogy from golf and
Okay.
businesses, the uh, is patience,
Patience.
discipline, and the third one is perseverance. Patience is, I've seen a lot of young people today, they want uh, the quick uh, success,
Mm.
without the hard work. Um, people love to look at, Mark Zuckerberg, or maybe they look at Jeff Bezos. They look at, even the oldies like the Bill Gates. Um, they these people, they seems to be like coming out of nowhere, or maybe you have someone like uh, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So people tend to idolize them and think that uh, things can happen very quickly. In the world of golf, you got Tiger Woods, and then you got Rory McIlroy, and then
Yeah.
got Baba Wood.
Bubba Watson.
Baba, I think I know Baba. I forgot his last name.
Bubba Watson.
Baba Watson. Yeah, Baba
Yeah.
Watson. Yeah, he had a very Baba Watson. Yeah, there's always, no matter at what field you are, there's always people like that.
Yeah.
Equivalent. You have Michael Phelps in swimming.
Mhm.
Uh, and then the legendary Michael Jordan in basketball.
Yeah. I was
Right.
about to say that.
So Magic Johnson, or Michael Jordan, or Larry Bird, it's just those legends, and in every field is the same way. In businesses is the same way as well too. There are certain things about business is the same way. It's not. There were people who were born with just a very good ability to read situations. Uh, at school, we love to use like the IQ as a gauge. Um, in business, I would say you need the EQ, the emotional quotient, how you're able to connect with people, how do you able to work with people, how do you build a team, understand that it takes more than just a single person to get it done, and how to build it. And some people were pretty good at it, but even then, uh, Michael Jordan, he every day he shoots like 1,000 shots.
Mm.
He went to the weight room like at 6 a.m. in the morning. Even though with his talent, he still worked pretty hard. And so I would say patient is one of the key. Is you have to be patient in the sense that don't expect instant result, and
Yeah.
don't expect like yeah, whatever good, it's gonna take times. It's gonna take times to do. I know there's a recently the young people love to play the game stock, right?
Yeah, I
uh,
guess so. I guess young people like to play
yeah,
games.
the game stock, and yeah, I mean there are always losers and winners. For every big winners, there's probably like 1,000 losers.
Yeah.
That do that, and it just gives us chance. But there is a more deterministic way of getting that to ensure success, which is look at long term, look at the being patient, and get to the uh, get to the situation. So the second, I kind of briefly mentioned already, is discipline. Discipline is hard nowadays. You do it, days in days out, and in the end, I think it's about uh, one thing too. I think I need to mention before you start with the patience. The discipline is that you have to find your passion. Where is your passion? And what do you really love to do? And we look at other people. Oh, he can you know play basketball and they can earn a lot of money, and they can play golf, you can earn a lot of money, and they can get into business, they can earn a lot of money, they can sing, they can get a lot of money, and they can even do uh, duck hunting,
Hmm.
hunting duck. They
What
can
is?
people can there's people who are hobby in hunting duck, and then there's a universe in the whole thing. So in other words, no matter where you are, no matter what
You do?
you like to do, whether it's in music, whether it's in sport, whether it's in business, you can be successful. You don't have to be somebody else. When you try to be somebody else, it is very um, torturing. You know,
Mm.
if you have a artist, the soul of an artist, and you try to be a businessman, you're gonna be having a hard time. And so, if once you have that passion, then you have to develop it. Develop it. Then you need to have patience. You have to be really patient, and especially young people, you have the years ahead of you. But don't wait until you are decades pass by, and then you say, "Oh, well, I wish you know, I'm
I
a little
tried
bit more
this,
patient.
right? Or
I take the steps, so I do the hard work, and I do all of that, and step by step." And so the discipline. So I will comment a little bit more on the discipline side, in the sense that you need to have the ability to really take it one step at a time, and I call that the crawl, walk, and run principle. You
okay,
need to learn how to crawl first. When a baby don't run on their first day,
but they're
no
born, right?
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, they learn how to crawl, right? But they seems to be so helpless. The baby seems to be so helpless, but it's just one movement at a time, right? Then give up. Baby are very disciplined. They didn't give up. They try. The fact
Yeah.
that we're all walking around, that means that we have done it, right?
Hmm.
We crawl, we walk, and then we run. But a lot of times, people want to run right
Before they
away.
could
I
walk.
made my share of mistakes. I want to run before I learn how to walk. So have the patience to learn how to crawl. Take it slow. Slow is actually can be faster. You know? So like for example, in golf, you want to swing, right? So you can say, okay, you want to get onto the field right away. You just want to like, you want to use your energy. You want to use your, the natural things to do is use your swing, like you're swinging a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a wrong thing to do. Golf is about control. It's about you slow and then you do it, activate the right muscle in the body, which is the hip. The power is coming from the hip, not from the swing. The harder you swing, you want to right away try to swing it, then it's a wrong way. But you learn it
Yeah.
slowly, step by step, like learn it slow motion, like learn it at the top of the swing. What is the position? As you
Mm-hmm.
go down, which muscle will go down first? And then as you go to the hip area, and then you swing down, then you learn it. So if you would take your time to swing, to learn, and to be disciplined about it, and not even hitting the ball yet, but just hitting it, getting it right, taking the steps, getting it right, step by step, then you basically will be able to do it. And then on the discipline part, then the last part is perseverance.
Yeah.
Perseverance is also a rare commodity, and people give up too easily. And then you take a major, you have a major, then you say, oh, this is too hard, so I'm going to switch to another one, and switch to another one, and then ended up, and difficult time will come, and we'll have to persevere. Mhm.
Yeah. I see. Okay. Okay. That was
So I don't know
very.
how much time you're allocating for this. So
Yeah.
30 minutes or okay.
I guess so. We can. Is there anything that you would like to add to our discussion today? Like,
Yeah, I just want to have a message for the, I guess, the younger generation. That
yeah.
there's uh, this is in discussions with my own children in some way, and also with the college students. And I ask them questions that do you feel like that there is more opportunity today than back in the time, let's say when I graduated. And they always say, oh, things were better then, it's a lot easier for you then because there are more opportunity.
I feel like there's more opportunities now, actually.
Yes, I'm actually very glad to hear it. There's more opportunity now than
Yeah.
ever. Okay. If you look at 200, 300 years ago, when it is the land of the aristocrats, unless you were born with the silver spoons in your mouth, it's going to be a very, very difficult challenge for you to get up in life, to go up in life. But nowadays there are a lot of opportunities that are, and look at this here. I'm talking to you over the over the
Over the internet.
spending 10,000 miles away, and then we're talking, and the opportunity you can do YouTube. You can be a YouTube star overnight, and then right, and
Yeah.
then so there's so many opportunities. Then and then even companies like AT&T. AT&T is the only company that providing phone services in the United States. They've gotten so big, the government has to break them up into regional bell. They call the Bell Company, the Southern Bell, the Pacific Bell, because they are so big and they are so powerful. They have to be broken up into individual company. Years later, AT&T bought them all back to become AT&T again. But then time had changed. Just last week, I found out that AT&T is now number 3 carrier in the United States, behind Verizon, T-Mobile. And look at it. The General Motor was the king for decades. There's no new uh, automotive companies that pop up other than the big 3. the Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors. I'm talking about the United States.
Yeah.
But now Elon Musk just turned it upside down, and now not just there's a car company called Nikola, I think. There's another one. There are a bunch of electric companies now is about to take on, and
Take on Tesla.
so, yes. So there's a lot of opportunity. So do not be despair, and a lot of the world is going to have a tendency to tell you that things are going bad. Let me give one specific example. The time when I grew up, the biggest problem facing the world is population growth. And they said the world was not able to feed 6 billion people. When the world population reaches 6 billion people, that will be the end of the world as we know it, because people are going to be fighting for land, people are fighting for food and all of that. Because of that, the United Nations instituted population control everywhere, all around the world. I grew up with it. That we have keluarga berencana in Indonesia. That was a big thing. In China, they instituted a one-child policy.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world is the same way. They're basically saying, oh, we cannot let the population continue to grow uncontrollable. But fast forward to today, almost every developed countries encourage more children.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, in China, they also want to get more children now. They relax the one-child policy. They want people to have more children, and then in Japan, they want to have more children.
Yeah, because of Japan.
And so that's to show you the lie that the institutions can give you, and how the government policy will follow because of that. And I see similarity today. I won't get into it. I see similarity today of the lie and also the things that they feed to the young people of today. And so just be aware of it. Technology is a game changer. It will change it. It will change things. Before things get too bad, we have to do it. And now, look at China right now. They're not only able to feed their own people, they can produce more than what they need, and they can also export it to other places, other countries as well too. So the key of the technology is very relevant. So with that, I think it's good. It's good talking to you.
Yeah, it's
and
good
I hope this helps.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Tan, for coming on to my channel and giving me and my viewers some insight on business.
Okay,
golf.
Send me the link.
Yeah,
and I'll get people to watch it.
Yeah,
and to do the
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'll
good.
the link to you when it's uploaded.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. You have a good day.
You
Okay,
too.
bye.
Bye.